So, this is the backward facing step, so it can be found in tutorials, incompressible flow, and then steady flow backward facing step. So we're gonna run through this one. Here we've got a channel, we've got a flow coming in here, an exiting here, and it goes over this step, and you get a recirculation. And this height is 1 meter. We're using a Reynolds number of 28,000. And we've also got a heat flux. So, we've done the cyclone. So we're going to set up a new simulation. Just let that run. And then right click, jump to 3D CAD, right click, new. And that puts us in the CAD view. And it wants us to rename this as a fluid. Okay. And then we're going to create the geometry. So it's the XY node, right click, sketch. Similar to what we did with the cyclone. We've lost the grid spacing here, this one. Change to 0.25. Okay. And this one. And then we've got to create a line. This one. Starting at the origin. It wants us to go up to future. And it's saying press escape. And then we've got to right click the vertex. Right click the vertex line that lies on the origin. And select apply fixation. So we right click the point and apply fixation so that doesn't move. And right click the line and apply length dimension. Well, we've already set it as 1, so we don't need to do that one. Let's do it anyway. It's already set to 1. That always wants us to activate this expose parameter. Okay, so yeah, so that means we can easily change it later. So we've done that, we've got it as 1, click OK. And then we've got to create the other lines in relation to the step height. So click the line tool. It's snap to point. And it's saying 3.8. Doesn't matter exactly. I'm going to have mine there. Yeah, it says that it can be added later. So we've added a little automatically giving it a horizontal constraint. And then we've got to then we've got to put all these other lines in. and I know it might be stepping forward too much. My length dimension. Okay, this is this is for setting up. So you can change the step height and it does all that. I'm gonna skip all of that. I'm just gonna find these roughly. There we go. And you can mess about with all those dimensions and change them by right clicking and changing if you want to. But just to speed things up, I'm gonna just carry on. I'm gonna select OK. That's gonna be my my backward facing step. And now I've got to extrude. Like I say, you should probably do it properly, and you can actually change the dimensions accordingly. It takes a little bit of time, but I'm just going to skip that and move on. So extrude the sketch plane to obtain a solid body. So then we right click sketch 1, extrude, and we're setting the distance to 0.5. And click OK. So that's then extruded it. And then we want to add, you can see in here that the body's been added. And what we want to do is we want us to rename that as a backward facing step. Backward facing step. And then I think that's okay, move on. And then now we're specifying boundary faces. So let's just rotate this around, something like that. And it wants us to right click on, just click anywhere to get rid of the selection, and then if you right click on this face, it highlights it and then comes up with let's do that again, right click, and rename that the inlet. And then I'm going to do the same, rename the other faces to match, to match these things. And the outlet. So I'll get inlet and the outlet, these are essential. Right click, rename outlet, and then right click, and you can call it what you like. Doesn't make any difference. Step. Let's call this right click and put it on the floor. And then what else we've got to do? We've got to do the top. There we go. So I'll rename them all. Just drag. Okay. So what you've also got to do is rename one of the faces. You've got to be careful which one it is. It's it's the low, so it's around this side. It's the what they call a low Z. So I right click that one, make sure it's that one and not the other side. Rename. Right click, rename it to okay. So rename it to okay. Right. Later one through here. There we go, that's what we've just renamed. And anything left over, we'll just put in the default. So the other Z face is going to be in the default. Okay. Now, yeah, and you can also click here, and that'll highlight the face that you're seeing. So that's our geometry complete. Let's move on. Now we're creating the shape for the volumetric mesh region. So right click the face. I just need to make sure I've got the right one. So again, it's the low Z. So it's actually this 2D one, which is the one I want. You can actually click it, or you can select it from the tree. And then we've got a right click. Oh, hang on a minute. Right, it's worth checking. Just to make sure that is the same one. Outlet. Okay, close. And then right click it again. Right click. Ah, it says Volumetric here, and it hasn't. But it's got it there, so it's 2D. Okay. Right click and then create sketch on face. That puts the grid on the face. And it says in the sketch mode, click the 2 key. In the sketch mode. And that's going to click on the screen and then press T, and that will change it to this view. And then we're going to create a mesh refinement region. So we're going to create a rectangle and draw it over the bottom half of the geometry. And then just get that out of the way. So yeah, make sure it goes. Make sure it covers the whole that we need. So rectangle. There we go. And constrain the sketch. The left, right, and bottom edge of the sketch are collinear with the corresponding angles on the backward facing step. Okay, so what it wants me to do there, I think, is select that, and then control and select those two, and then right click and apply a collinear constraint. So there we go. There's that. Okay, so yeah, so that is then constrain it. I think it also wants you to do constrain each edge of the rectangle separately, for example, set the bottom edge of the rectangle. Okay, so it wants you to do that for all three by the looks of it. So I'm going to do this one and then press the control key. This one and do this, and then right click. Apply collinear constraint again, and that moves it there. I'm going to pan across, and I need to do the same here. Click the outside edge, control this one, and then right click. There we go. So now, in the dimension dialog, enter 2 times the step height. Okay, so that would, you could actually do that dimension. I'm just gonna skip that. Click OK, it's sketch mode. Now create a solid body for the sketch. So there's this box that we've just created. That is sketch 2. I've got a right click and select extrude. And then what it's saying, I'm not sure if this is going to work, but it's saying the method, up to face, direction, reverse, and then body into action, none. And then click OK. Select the surface opposite. Select the surface opposite the sketch plane. The preview of the box appears. Target face. I think that's this. This target face, and then you've got to select this surface. So click the target face and then select the opposite face. Then that will give you that then takes it up to the face, and then click OK. And then that's done. Oh, hang on a minute. That doesn't look like it's gone right. Okay, no, that's okay. Body 2. Right, okay, so we've got the backward facing step, and then we've got the, okay. So, rename body 2 to the format box. And then close the CAD. And then save. Do that. Okay. And then on to the next step. Setting up the backward facing step simulation. So right click, Geometry 3D CAD, and then Fluid. So you right click it, new geometry part, and then everything default is okay, and that creates this new part here. Okay, expand parts, backward facing step surfaces. And there you've got all the surfaces. Yeah, and these are, if you like, separate surfaces to the CAD. So you've got it all. So yeah, so they take them from the CAD and then put them into these parts. Okay. So next thing, we're gonna make the 3D into a 2D. And so what we've got to do there, they call it badging. So right click, it's geometry, this is operations. Right click, and then new mesh, and then badge for 2D meshing. And then that will come up with this part list, and we've got to select the backward facing step. That's the bit that we want to mesh. Click OK. Okay, right click that, and then execute. There is a shortcut, you can just click the tick box before, but let's do that, and it's now creating a mesh. Okay, now we expand the parts. backward facing step, surfaces. We've got that, and you can see this 2D mesh. Okay. A badge is over next to the surfaces, so there we go. That's our 2D mesh. Okay, so yeah, let's move on. And now we got to assign the parts to regions. We've got to make the boundary conditions. So we right click on parts. Right click the parts backward facing step. Right click there. Assign the parts to regions. And we want to, you see that it's already highlighted, backward facing step. We need to change this one, a region for each part. So for each of the inlet, for each of the things that we named, inlet, outlet, and so on, we want to create a new region for each of those parts, and then create a boundary for each part surface. Okay, and then we apply that, and then we click it once. If you click it twice, actually I'm going to click it twice just to show you. So I'll click it twice, click close. What happens is we go down into the regions mode. I've got two, BSS and BSS2. That's because I clicked it twice. So if you accidentally did that, just right click on it, right click, and just delete. Because you don't want it to get confused. So there we go. So if we go back to regions now, we've just got the one regions. Stand that up, we've got all of the things that we renamed as regions. Okay, and now it wants us to create a geometry scene. So we go down to the scenes, we right click, new scene, geometry, and that will bring up a representation of what we've got. So the next thing, we've got to set the boundary types. And there's two ways of doing this. So here we go, expanded regions, BFS boundaries. So we can click on it here, we can actually right click and edit. Or there's a quicker way, if we just go down here, you can select the wall, change that to velocity inlet. So that's one way of doing it. I'll show you the other way as well. You can actually, so again, it's down here, but the other way of doing it is if you right click, you can set edit, and then that brings up a similar menu. You can click that and change it to pressure outlet. So it does exactly the same thing. And close. And you notice these symbols have changed as well. So that's an inlet, and that's a velocity inlet, that's a pressure outlet. All the rest of the ones are default of wall until you change them. So that's the inlet and the outlet. And now we set up the meshes. So we've got our inlet and outlets. Everything else is default wall, which is what we want. So the inlet's coming in here, the outlet's there, and all these surfaces are walls, which is what we want. Now we've got to set up the mesher. So we right click on so it's the geometry, and then it's down to operations. Right click that one, and then it's new mesh, automated mesh, and then we've got to select the facing step. That's what we want to mesh, and select the following meshes. So we want surface remesher, and we want the trimmed cell mesher. So click OK. So in the past we used the polyhedral, but now we're using the trimmed cell. Click OK. And now we need to modify the parameters that we're gonna mesh with. So select the automated mesh, standard meshes, trim cell mesher, and activate perform mesh alignment options. That's a little tick box here. And then next one, automated mesh assault controls, and I want to set the following properties for the base size. I'm going to change that to 0.2. Minimum surface size, this one. We're going to change that to 100% of the base size. That's the plan, so put it in. And the mesh alignment location. I'm going to change that one to 0.10. Again, press the turn, make sure it goes in. So that's where we're aligning the mesh from that point there. Okay, and then we're going to save it. And then the next step, defining the volumetric control. So we're going to right click on operations, just double check and make sure that's the right one. Yeah, automated, yeah. Okay, so right click, operations automated mesh. Hang on a minute, I've done that wrong. So automated mesh, and it's default controls, custom controls, so this one. Right click on that one. I want to set a new volumetric control, and that puts in this new mode here. And then expand this one. Select the volumetric control node and edit the parts property. So down here, there's the parts. You want to select this, and what you're doing is you're selecting a refinement box. So this is creating a mesh within a mesh, if you like. And click OK. So that's for applying this volumetric control on that refinement box. So we've done that. Now select the volumetric controls trimmer, volumetric controls surface trimmer, this one. Activate the customized isotropic size. That's that one. And then we've got a new node that's created. It's added to the volumetric control. So that one's down here. That's the size. And it wants you to change that to 50. So at the moment it's 10. Change that to 50. That's the channel. So that's making it half the size of the previous mesh. If you put it at 100, there wouldn't be any difference. But so there we go. Now I think we can create the 2D mesh. I'm just going to save it. I'm going to create a volume mesh, hopefully. Okay, it's come up with an error. Following parts go through assigned to the region because the volume mesher is present in. So the BFS is not assigned to the region, apparently. Let's have a look at that. Volume mesher is present in one part of this one. Region. Okay. I'm just going to